Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Episode 36, Attack on Titan Season 2. Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues. And this was a fucking crazy episode. Talk about Clash of the fucking Titans. Literally, Clash of the Titans. I was like, release the fucking Kraken in this motherfucking his house, you know? There was some certified motherfucking badassery in this episode. Namely Mikasa, namely Armin, and namely our dude Erwin, who fucking, holy Jesus, he's like issuing orders. He's like, okay, the order of the day, we get Eren and we fucking hightail it. And that at all costs, that's what we're doing. And, you know, like just the whole idea, again, the Clash of the Titans. You got a boy coming over from this side, and he's got a whole shit ton of Titans coming this way. You know, the armored Titans coming from the opposite direction. They're all about to clash right there in the open field, in the open wilderness. All hell's about to break loose, and you got your boy Erwin. He's just like, fuck it all. We're going after Eren. We're taking Eren, and that is the end-all, be-all. No matter what. And so it's a slaughterhouse. It's lambs to the motherfucking slaughter the whole time. Scouts are getting ripped to high heaven, ripped apart, eaten up, everything like that, left, right, and center. And Mikasa comes in there, and she's just pointedly, fuck it all. I'm going after Bertolt. I'm going after the Armored Titan. I'm fucking shit up, and I'm getting my boy back. I'm getting my husband-do back, you know? Whatever like that. And just to see... oh man, how scathing and focused she was. She was not about to lose again. And just what ferocity she had. But again, matched and maybe even outmatched by Erwin, because he's fucking in there. He gets his arm chewed off. You know, you got Armin watching this shit in shock. And I'm like, watching in shock too. He gets his arm ripped off, and he's hanging out of a Titan's mouth. This motherfucker is dangling out of the clenched teeth of a Titan, losing his arm in the process, and he's just like, advance, 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 get Eren, go now, you know. Jesus fuck. Just like, holy shit. And then, like, I thought that was it. I thought he was gone. You know, the troops amass ahead. They move forward, and they're gunning for Eren. That brings us to them, you know, again, they could have just camped out on top of Reiner's Titan, you know. And they're trying to, like, appeal to him, and you got Connie there and whatever like that, and they're trying to appeal to Bertolt and his sensibilities. Like, how could you have slept in amongst us, these people that you're killing and slaughtering? You're the enemy. How could you be that restful? You know, and they describe, of course, Bertolt tearfully describes, well, it's not like we wanted to do this. Yeah, right, you know. No, somebody put you up to it. Somebody employed you. Somebody, I don't know, blackmailed you, whatever like that. You're doing something for someone else's purposes, but you're murderous, you're vindictive, you're insane, and all this kind of stuff. And yet you can sleep, and that's because this was their respite. They didn't have to be on the clock while they weren't Titans. Oh, gee. Yeah, golly gee willikers. Great. Anytime you're not slaughtering us, you're sleeping by us, and we're taking... I love that whole, like, where the fuck did that come from? Oh, all the weird ways he's, like, you know, sleeping positions he's in. And then we were trying to gauge the weather based on that. Like, okay, whatever. I guess that's supposed to make, you know, you sense the rapport there, maybe make it a little relatable. I don't know how it was relatable at all. You know, like, just trying to appeal to him, trying to appeal to that human nature, that human side of him. And fucking Armin, man, coming up in this joint, and we're talking, he's completely blowing, I think he's completely blowing the smoke up their fucking asses, making shit up off the top of his head. He recollects back to Annie, and he's like, I'm going to use this. I'm going to start tugging at that string. I'm going to tug at those heartstrings. I'm going to manipulate them as they've been manipulating us and everything like that. And he gets this fucking sadistic grin, this sadistic look on his face. I'm telling you, thumbnail material, motherfuckers. Because the look on his face as he starts to pierce at the heart of them. He's like, You're going to leave your comrade, Annie? You're going to leave your best chum, your best friend to the cause and everything like that? Don't you know what she's been going through? Don't you know where she's being held? She's being held captive, and they're torturing her. They're bringing new levels of pain and anguish to the human body that humanity has never even conceived. They're making her scream bloody murder every single hour of every single day. The pain, the momentum of it is undying, it is unyielding, it is unflinching. They will make her bleed and suffer, and then you're leaving her. And this really, I'm like, this really is getting at the hearts of Reiner and Bertolt. You can see Reiner's fucking face. It kind of goes from passive, like, I'm just concentrating on running, to motherfucker. You know, like, I was dying. I'm like, holy shit. Props to Armin for that off the top of his head improvisation of bringing up Annie and needling them the way he was. He at least distracted them for as long as was necessary. And then there is fucking Erwin again, motherfucker. He you know, when they finally, you know, basically they're clasped by all the other Titans, and you know, Reiner has to let go Bertolt and Eren, and Mikasa's trying to go after him pointedly and everything. At the last second, there's fucking Erwin. Armless, he lost his arm thoroughly, but he caught up, that Titan caught up, and there he is to take that fucking blow that gets Eren free, and so the Mikasa can, like, you know, traipse off with him, have stunning delights in the woods nearby, you know, that kind of thing. I was gobsmacked. I was like, holy fucking shit. Erwin is the fucking man. He's my boy in this episode, because literally, here is a cat, you know, he's not like the typical higher up in a military sort of, you know, pseudo organization that you see sometimes that issues the orders, but he's not willing to conduct those orders of his own accord. He's not going to issue an order that he himself is not willing to partake in and to carry out. That's what I'm getting at. And that, of course, brings us to the end where the creature who ate Mommy Dearest, I guess we can call 1950s B movie, the creature who ate Mommy. You know, Eren's mother's Titan eater, whatever you want to say, shows her ugly face, catches up with them. And, you know, with all of the insights about how Titans are created, they're injected with some kind of serum, and there's some manipulations that take effect, as we've seen from Ymir's point of view, where she was a regular Titan. She ate another Titan, or a Titan shifter, whatever you want to say, and she reformed back to her humanity and all this stuff. So there's a whole, you know, like mythology there. And so I immediately call back on, you know, pointedly, we're looking at this Titan who ate Eren's mother. Whom is this? Is this someone? Is it just a normal Titan, and it's just coincidence that here she shows up at this particular juncture? Or is it a Titan pointedly going after him? You know, there's still that idea that he is the coordinate, whatever that is, that Reiner brought up in the previous episode. I still don't understand what that is a reference to. But, you know, Eren holds some significance, and there's a reason. Of course, Reiner and Bertolt were after him. We're trying to, you know, capture him and everything like that for those ends. And so whom else could be involved? Is this another Titan shifter or something like that, that has that involvement, that's gunning for Eren because he is the coordinate or because of his significance? Or is it just a normal Titan who's like, dinner, you know, like, sees Mikasa and Eren? And poor Mikasa, for all her badassery, she did get injured fucking again, and it still harkens back to my you know, concerns over Armin's worry. Like, is there more going on? Is she okay? You know, that kind of thing. It's like all bets are off. I haven't seen the source material, so I don't know which of these characters live, die, survive, whatever like that. And I'm always constantly fearful, like, oh man, is Mikasa going to meet an ill fate somewhere along the line? Are they going to have her get eaten somewhere along the line? And I would fucking hate that. I would hate it. Because she is, like, my favorite character in the series. I love her. I love Sasha. Armin took some points for being so sadistic, being a fucking manipulative bastard as he was in this episode. And, you know, such like that. I know people love, you know, Levi and whatever like that. But for me, Mikasa's always been the top tier. I really like Annie. I've always liked Annie as well. Not so much her Titan form and what she was getting up to in that, but at least the more honorable guys that we got to know and we're familiar with, and like I say, Sasha, Potato Girl, and such like that. But I got to give props where props are due, man. And Armin, with his sadist nature and manipulating Reiner and Bertolt successfully, creating that diversion long enough to get Eren back. Fucking motherfucking Erwin took the cake, man. Best boy, best dude, best bro, best sergeant, captain, whatever you want to say, of the episode, of all time, perchance. Again, issuing orders he was not unwilling to follow through on himself in what was a fucking clusterfuck. A clash of the Titans, literally so. If there was a Kraken to be unleashed, he was the motherfucker that unleashed it. And I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below what you thought of episode 36 of Attack on Titan Season 2, if you enjoyed it as much as I did, if you were as surprised as I was at Armin's, real just fucking sadist manipulation game that he was playing. If you have any worries or concerns for Mikasa, if you are somebody who is familiar with the source material, post no spoilers, but is there something more to that? Vaguely answer that question for me. Is there something to Mikasa's being injured or ill or something along those lines? Is there any rhyme or reason to having any fear, holding any fear that her time is limited in one way or another? That kind of thing. Vaguely, though it may be, answer that question if you don't mind. Again, no spoilers. And love it or hate it. Anything goes in the comment box below. Just love having that conversation, especially about crazy shit like this. This show is fucking balls to the wall crazy. And I just can't wait to see where we go from here. So otherwise, it'll be pretty much it for me on this. Hope this video finds you well, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.